Right now at 10, 5 days into a desperate search for Savannah Guthrie's mother, the timeline investigators are following and what her phone reveals.
And the La Crosse airport seeing a big change, how it will impact flyers.
Plus, Governor Evers visits La Crosse, his plans to battle rising grocery and healthcare prices.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Investigators in Arizona say they believe the missing mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie is still out there.
News 8 Now's Jadius McGee joins us in the newsroom with the latest. Jadius.
Yeah, this comes days after investigators say she was kidnapped from her home in the middle of the night. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nano says investigators are holding out hope Nancy Guthrie is still alive.
Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there.
5 days into the desperate search for the 84-year-old mother of Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie, authorities have not identified any suspects or persons of interest. The FBI in Phoenix says ransom notes received so far have been taken seriously.
We're actively reviewing and analyzing information from all digital sources, which includes banks, social media companies, phone companies, and any other organizations where a digital footprint could have been captured.
On Wednesday, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings released a video message to their mom.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
And whoever took her.
We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
The sheriff walked through an updated approximate timeline, including Guthrie's return from a family dinner Saturday night and 4 hours later when a doorbell camera disconnected. Soon after, home software detected but did not record a possible person on camera.
We just have no video, but we're not giving up on that.
A little over an hour later, the sheriff says Guthrie's pacemaker app disconnected from her phone. Now, Nanos also says DNA test shows blood found on Nancy Guthrie's porch was her blood. Reporting in the newsroom, Jadius McGee, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Jadius. New information on the funeral for beloved community leader Pat Stevens.
Yeah, there will now only be one visitation day. It's next Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m. at St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Onalaska. His funeral will still be Friday at 11 a.m. Stevens, a driving force behind Rotary Lights and Irish Fest, died Tuesday at age 77. Breaking tonight, the Holmen American Legion is canceling this year's Corn Fest. In a statement on the Holmen Corn Fest Facebook page, organizers say funding challenges, limited support, and a shortage of volunteers made the festival impossible this year. The American Legion hopes to bring the festival back in the future with stronger community involvement. Corn Fest has been a tradition in Holmen for more than 6 decades.
A Wisconsin woman is accused of embezzling from a Western school district. This is Danielle Mittermeier. She worked at the Alma Center Humbird, Maryland School District. Mittermeier is accused of stealing nearly $200,000. It happened between 2021 and last August. She was a business official and administrative assistant for the district. A La Crosse man found guilty of shooting his ex-girlfriend in the face. Deontay Booth was arrested in May after shooting the victim during an argument. She has survived with non-life-threatening injuries. Booth's sentencing is set for April 17th.
A News 8 Now follow-up. The historic Hogan Administration Center is completely gone. Demolition began January 21st. A new $30 million elementary school is replacing the center. It should be open by August 2027. Hogan served as a grade school for 81 years before transitioning to administrative offices.
La Crosse Executive Committee looking to improve the structure of the city's government. This morning's meeting starting to break down the city's 59 committees. Mayor Washington Spivey says they'll look at each committee and see how it's functioning and find ways to make them more efficient.
These are things that probably have not been explored in quite some time. And it's just time for us to really think about how can we be more efficient and more accountable to our constituents.
The mayor says the initiative isn't looking to cut any staff. Instead, making the time spent on particular issues as efficient as possible.
Governor Tony Evers discussing his 2026 legislative agenda in La Crosse today. He visited the La Crosse Public Library, talking to residents about the cost of everyday expenses, his plans to battle rising grocery and healthcare prices, and how federal cuts to healthcare and food programs have affected the community. He says discussions in Madison have already started to address those costs.
I think both sides kind of agreeing on one thing is that we're looking to return $1 billion that we have in state coffers to people of Wisconsin, whether that's in property taxes or some other areas.
Evers also visited the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Brown County in Green Bay earlier today.
Happening tomorrow, Allegiant takes off from La Crosse for the first time, heading to Arizona. The airline will offer 2 flights a week. In May, Orlando joins the lineup with 2 weekly flights. Chicago service also expands, with United offering 4 daily flights to the Windy City, also beginning in May.
I wouldn't mind a trip to warm Arizona these
yeah,
days,
that
but
is so nice.
there is some good news that a warm up around here is on the way, Greg.
Yeah, a lot of the parts of the country will start feeling some of the change here going into next weekend. But like Ken said, most of the western part of the U.S. has had a very mild stretch for January. But for us, we got a little bit of freezing drizzle possibility and light snow tonight. Temperatures are holding steady in the upper 20s to low 30s. There's been a little bit of light snow up there, but you got to go further north in Eau Claire to see it right there. That activity is occasionally reaching the ground. Otherwise, notice the temperatures west of the river. We're above freezing. East, not quite so much. If we kind of zoom in, this is the activity right now. So far, road conditions are fine. All this north of the interstate should remain light snow for all the way up to Ladysmith to Eau Claire. Not expecting any of this to change over too much. Further south, we haven't seen a lot of activity yet, but notice the temperatures as you go over to Winona. They've kind of fallen back down below 32. This is more of an area of concern later on once this reaches, if it'll continue. And of course, radar is starting to pop up a little bit of color there. None of that's reaching the ground, but indicating we are warming a little loft. You can see temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. This will be a concern too as we go forward with freezing precipitation. Once again, west of the river probably will be warmer than 32. East of the river, that's where the question marks are going to be probably later tonight in the next few hours. Now, yes, once we get through Friday, Saturday, we do have above average temperatures coming, and yes, that means 40s too. So we'll explain all that a bit later in the broadcast.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Greg. Well, preparations look to be in place for the 103rd annual Snowflake Ski Jumping Tournament in Westby. Organizers earlier today setting up and athletes getting those first runs in on the hill. Tomorrow, opening ceremonies will kick off at 6:30 p.m., followed by the Junior Ski Jumping Tournament. And on Saturday, skiers take flight for the main event, that 378-foot-high Olympic-sized hill.
I think we have hit it just right. The forecast for tomorrow is it probably isn't going to get down to maybe 20 degrees, and then on Saturday it's going to be in the high 20s, so it's perfect spectating weather.
The event welcomes skiers from all over the world. You can buy tickets at snowflakeskiclub.com.
Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with U.S. Olympic athletes in Milan today. Vance is leading the U.S. delegation at Friday's opening ceremony. The group includes his wife, Secretary Rubio, the U.S. ambassador to Italy, and former Olympic gold winners.
Minnesota Department of Transportation is announcing 30 finalists for the Name a Snowplow contest.
This year's includes Bob Chillin, Here We Snow Again, K-pop Blizzard Hunter, LL Cool Blade, and Life of a Snow Girl. You can see the full list and vote for your favorites online. We have that link at news8000.com.
The Hmong Cultural and Community Center hosting a rice drive. It's for elders impacted by increased immigration enforcement. Each household is eligible for a care package containing rice and other essential items. If you're interested in donating, you can learn more on the Cultural and Community Center's Facebook.
Still to come, a popular breakfast juice going away. What's behind the Minute Maid move?
And Super Bowl 60 is right around the corner. The multi-agency effort to make the game one of the year's safest events.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, we show you how to save some time and money while doing your taxes this tax season, and the Olympics set to begin. Plus, Art has some good news for us when we see you at 5 a.m.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people, and being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people. And being the team you can trust means being here for you.
Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Two people are dead after an Arizona Department of Public Safety helicopter crashed Wednesday night in Flagstaff. The pilot and a trooper paramedic were killed after responding to a gunfight between police and a suspect. The suspect fired on officers from multiple rooftops for almost 2 hours. The suspect was arrested around 10:20 p.m., the same time the helicopter went down.
Me and my neighbor both at the same time messaged like, what the heck was that noise? Because, you know, we'd been hearing gunfire and then there was this completely unidentified sound. And then, of course, a couple minutes later, we got word that the helicopter crashed.
The helicopter was helping officers by giving an aerial view of the shooting. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
January layoffs hit their highest point since the recession. Job placement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas says more than 108,000 jobs were cut last month. That's the most for a January since 2009. But two companies account for the bulk, UPS and Amazon. Coca-Cola is ending Minute Maid's frozen juice era. The soda company wants to pivot toward other juice formats. Minute Maid hit freezers back in 1946. Frozen Minute Maid lemonade will also be discontinued. More than 35 different law enforcement agencies are involved with securing the Super Bowl this year.
Chris Van Cleve has details on the 18-month effort to get ready for this Sunday.
500 feet above Levi Stadium. This is law enforcement's bird's eye view. Customs and Border Protection aviation agents will be circling Super Bowl 60, looking for signs of trouble.
What's the biggest thing you're watching out for from the air?
Any type of threats, any type of violent acts or suspicious activity going on.
Being up in the air gives you that eye in the sky and also the ability to send live video back to the command centers so responders on the ground know what they're dealing with.
Thousands of local, state, and federal first responders are working around the clock to make the Super Bowl one of the most secure events of the year. From the area around the stadium in Santa Clara, events in San Jose, and the NFL's Super Bowl experience in downtown San Francisco, nearly 50 miles away. It's a huge footprint that includes barricades, bomb-sniffing dogs, and lots of security checkpoints. Former Washington, D.C. Police Chief Kathy Lanier is the head of NFL security.
Any concerns about the potential of any credible threats against the Super Bowl this year?
No, we've had no credible or specific threats whatsoever. So nothing on our radar. We're feeling really good going into this period.
The Department of Homeland Security will be sending hundreds of officers and agents, but the NFL says ICE will not be among them.
Meantime, animals at the San Francisco Zoo making their Super Bowl picks.
The zoo set out a series of snacks for their pig ahead of the big game, and it was a landslide. She picked the Seattle Seahawks without hesitation.
Well, we will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, we got a little bit of ice tonight and snow, but then we're going to get colder for Saturday. But that good news is it's not going to last because we have 30 Sunday, and yes, 40s are in the store for next week. We'll break all that down coming up on your First One weather update after the break.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses. Adjustable bases and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room. Scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Westby Cooperative Creamery has given our packaging and logo a refresh. It's cleaner, brighter, and still 100% Westby. You'll notice clearer protein callouts, QR codes connecting you to farm stories and wholesome recipes, and a modern look that's easy to spot on the shelf. What hasn't changed is what's inside. Same recipes, same great taste, same trusted products you love with a look that's just as fresh as the milk from our small family farms. From our farms to your dinner table, Westby Cooperative Creamery. Fresh look, same great taste.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi.
Most people achieved clearer skin from head to toe. Many were 100% plaque-free, and many were completely clear even at 5 years.
People also saw significant improvement in pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Enjoy Monday's 3-2-1 special. $3 off pizza, $2 off pasta, and $1 off our mouth-watering burgers. Plus $6 house margaritas. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona. Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Yeah, we still got some ice going on tonight. Now, this will likely be out of the area by the morning commute, but overnight through tomorrow morning, really this is looking at the icy road potential. You're talking about a couple hundredths of an inch of ice too, and this is getting into the possible area, so it's not going to be widespread, but pretty much just along I-94 or just to the west, all the way down to the river. As you get west of the river, it's likely going to be less an opportunity to see that freezing drizzle. Now, elevation differences could also play a part in this, so that doesn't rule out some areas west that could get it, but generally, as I'll show you here, the temperatures and dew points are really there, not sufficient to get the ice here. Further north and east of this, you get more snow than you would get for the ice. So that's kind of what we're looking at for the tonight's thing going on. Overall, you can see temperatures here. The light snow is picking up on radar. A lot of this still is not quite reaching the ground. You get into the darker blue. That is. Notice the temperatures as they go further west. Already 34, 35 at Preston, 32 at Decorah. So generally, with that conditions right now, they will cool off a little bit. But as I'll show you, they're not going to expect to see much in the way of frozen precipitation, more drizzle. As you go further to the river, you can see the temperatures averaging in the upper 20s to around 30, so that's the area of concern too. When we look at dew points, that shows you how far the temperature could drop if you want to reach 100% humidity. And right now, with dew points above freezing here, pretty much rules out a lot of freezing precipitation. Over further east, you can see our dew points, drier air, keeping them in the 25, 26 range. So they would come up a little bit as we start getting more precipitation, but they're probably not likely going to reach 31 or 32 anytime soon. So that's why that's the key, that area being the concern for seeing freezing precipitation. You'll notice overnight it's going to sweep through the area. Most of this precipitation will stay north and east of I-94, but we will see a little bit around midnight, and then there'll be more activity that'll kind of rotate around here as we go through 2 to 3 in the morning. West of it, likely not going to see much of it. East towards about I-94, that's where you could see the freezing precipitation, freezing drizzle. Further northeast of I-94, that's where you're going to see more of probably light snow. As I mentioned, by the morning commute, this is pretty much out of the area. Road-wise, I think it'll be pretty good for areas that are, more frequent travel interstates and major highways. The side roads and things like that could be a concern just because of less travel. The wind will be the factor as we go in through tomorrow. We could still see some flurries through the morning, but the temperatures will continue to fall in the afternoon as the winds begin to pick up. And that's going to be the story in the afternoon, is winds and falling temperatures too. Not in the way of much any snowfall. You can see a little bit there going on, a little bit of flurry activity, but we'll have plenty of sun going in the afternoon. Just those cloud streaks right here indicating really good strong winds coming down and clearing skies. Temperatures continue to fall. Now the winds could gust as high as 35 in the morning to about noon out of the northwest. They will begin to die down, but it's not likely going to see much in the way of decreasing winds until we get closer to sunset, and then the winds will become light and variable overnight. As we go into Saturday with that cold air coming through, the temperatures are going to get below zero, so it's going to be one last really cold day. Single digits to the south, but there'll be plenty of areas that will get below zero with the snowpack. And Saturday overall, it's going to be a cold day, teens to 20, so that's below average, maybe some mid-20s out there. More clouds Saturday night and Sunday, but Sunday we're back above freezing for most areas, at least a little bit above. And coming beyond that, we're going to have 40s for the next Monday and Tuesday before some precipitation chances come into play Monday night through Thursday. But as I noted earlier in the 6 p.m. broadcast, things are starting to push further south, and it's not as likely we're going to see a lot in the way of precipitation next week, but our temperatures will come back a little bit, but still above average.
All right, some good news in there. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the race for first place. Some games with big implications on the basketball court tonight. Plus, he is still a Buck. Giannis Antetokounmpo not dealt at the trade deadline. Details on the decision and his reaction online. Jacob is next.
Taking you right inside the action, it's Friday Night Frenzy. Every Friday night at 10, right here on News 8.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I had spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen. And glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
Hy-Vee is your Valentine's Day headquarters. You'll find beautiful bouquets starting at just $24.99. The sweetest gifts, like chocolate-covered strawberries. And Hy-Vee makes Valentine's date night easy, with meals you pick up and cook at home starting at just $35. Get everything you need for Valentine's Day all in one place. Order in-store or online for pickup or delivery. And make it a happy Valentine's Day with a little help from Hy-Vee.
I'm standing here at the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today. Expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Hurry in for store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping at Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find all the best brands like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Lazy Boy. Plus, the design staff to help you pull it all together. Great prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. It's happening now. The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
What a matchup we had tonight in the Mississippi Valley Conference. Central entered the night on a 10-game winning streak, with their last loss coming way back on January 6th against the Hilltoppers. Meanwhile, Onalaska coming off their first defeat of the season last Friday against Aquinas. Two teams that began the night 7-1 in MVC play. Just one will leave in sole possession of first. 4 minutes into this one, it's Ian Cole nailing a three to go up by 7. A little later, Gavin McRoberts gonna can a three of his own for the 12-point lead. He had 11 on the night. Second half now, Gabe Service drains a 3-ball to make it a 2-point game. Just 3 of his 26 points in this one. And then a little later, Will Schilling with a nice step back to tie this one up at 40 apiece. But it's the Hilltoppers getting hot at the right time. Cole sinks another three-pointer once again to make it a 7-point game. Then check out this layup from Ian's brother Tyler, just 2 of his 21 on the night. And it's Onalaska picking up the important win at home, 64-52 over Central. Earlier in the night, 2 14-win teams taking on each other in the ladies edition of the rivalry. 7 left in the game. It's Ellie Opwan getting a pass in the lane, sinking the layup to keep the lead. Hilltoppers on the inbound now. Mara Klein can't get the first attempt to go, gets her own board and the bucket to cut into the deficit. But the Riverhawks respond shortly after. Sophie Ackerman gets a shooter's bounce on the 3-ball, and it's Central the winner in this one, 52-43. Elsewhere in the MVC tonight, the Holman and Sparta boys doing battle on the hardwood. The Vikings shot out of a cannon in this one. Jaden Bartels knocks down the 3 from the wing to start the scoring. Then Alex Burgett with the step back jack. That triple falls as well. Holman out to an 8-0 lead, but Sparta would respond. Caden Cott whips a pass to James Thurston, who scores it under the basket. A little later, check out this play from Brody Wilbur. Gets the steal into a little no-look dime to Taj Hauser. But Sparta closed the half strong and rode that momentum into the second half on the way to a 52-45 victory. And a big one in the Scenic Bluffs tonight, as 2 teams tied for first were battling out from Elroy. It was the away team getting it done early. David Johnson gets it on the block, goes to work from there, getting the bucket plus the foul. But Royal kicked it into gear fast. Trey Wilds gets the rock, puts it up, no hesitation, and nothing but nylon. Next possession, Wilds going wild. Buries the tray with a hand in his face, stretching that lead to double digits. And then it was Bentley Rozek. His turn from deep. He lines one up and drills it from beyond the arc. Royal notches the victory in a key conference clash. 74-52 is your final. Other scores from tonight, Aquinas boys get past Toma. Bangor now tied with Royal for first in the Scenic Bluffs. CFC downs a good Osseo Fairchild team, and Whitehall handles Blair Taylor. On the ladies' side, West Salem now sits alone in first in the Cooley as they win, and Luther defeats Viroqua. Aliva Strum improves to 20-0, and Seneca cruises past North Crawford. And another Giannis trade saga has passed. Well, for now at least. The NBA trade deadline ending today at 2 p.m. and the Greek Freak is still a Milwaukee Buck. Now, this doesn't mean all the trade talk involving the Bucks superstar is done with, as Milwaukee still expected to listen to offers for Antetokounmpo in the offseason, but Giannis putting out a post on social media about a half an hour after that deadline ended of the famous Wolf of Wall Street clip where Leonardo DiCaprio goes on to say, "I am not leaving," with the caption, "Legends don't chase, they attract." So we will see what that could mean for the long-term future of Giannis in Milwaukee. The Athletic also reporting that he still plans on playing this season once he is fully recovered from his right calf strain to help the Bucks make a push for the postseason. And sources say the Timberwolves also made a trade today, as Minnesota has reportedly received Ayo Dosunmu in a 4-player trade with the Bulls. The T-Wolves also received Julian Phillips while sending away Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller, along with 4 second-round draft picks to Chicago. But the centerpiece of the trade is Dosunmu, who is averaging a career-high 15 points with a 45% mark from three-point range. He is in the final year of a 3-year, $21 million contract and will be an unrestricted free agent this offseason. That's all for sports. More news on the way next.
It's one of our biggest sales. Get this Ashley sofa for just $339. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Pay no interest for up to 60 months on select purchases with approved credit at Slumberland.
Earn now, spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Now through February 11th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash, February 19th to March 4th. Start earning today on these women's Skechers shoes. Rewards members save $50. 1-pound bags of Blaine's brand Party Crunch Mix, just $4.99. Plus, try free samples in store during our snacking event this Friday and Saturday. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later just like cash, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hy-Vee is your big game headquarters. Save Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground beef, just $4.88 for a 1-pound roll. Pepsi 12 packs, just $3.99 each when you buy 4. Avocados, just 49 cents each. Hy-Vee chili style or kidney beans, just 49 cents. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, $1.88 a pound. Plus, you'll find even more great deals across the store. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Oh my gosh, someone sent me Valley Fudge.
This is awesome. Someone got me Valley Fudge.
Oh, this is exactly what I needed this Valentine's Day.
It's a perfect gift for my secret, or not so secret Valentine.
Hi.
Hi.
Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
The huge President's Day sale at Slumberland. Get a Sealy mattress for just $399. Save up to $800 on select mattress sets. Get 60-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. Up to 60% off list, only at Slumberland.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, this is a case that won't be heading to deliberations anytime soon.
A Connecticut father was ready to fulfill his civic duty when a jury summons arrived. Then he realized it was addressed to his 4-year-old daughter. A rare clerical error put the preschooler on the jury rolls. Officials say the girl will have no problem being excused from jury duty.
I was going to say use it to get a day off of preschool or whatever.
All right,
Yeah.
yes. Escape the rigors of preschool.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Like, hey, it wasn't my fault. They summoned me.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
glad
gotta,
the father
I gotta
actually
follow the orders.
I'm glad the father actually gave it a second look
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of just showing up to court and being like, "Oh no, we wanted your daughter."
Your
to come
daughter, obviously. Good. Got to double check everything,
You
you know?
do.
All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
It's Ashley's biggest mattress sale of the year. Shop incredible President's Day deals, like getting a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase, or pay no interest for 72 months on top bedding brands. Going on now at Ashley's President's Day mattress sale.
Westby Cooperative Creamery has given our packaging and logo a refresh. It's cleaner, brighter, and still 100% Westby. You'll notice clearer protein callouts, QR codes connecting you to farm stories and wholesome recipes, and a modern look that's easy to spot on the shelf. What hasn't changed is what's inside. Same recipes, same great taste, same trusted products you love with a look that's just as fresh as the milk from our small family farms. From our farms to your dinner table, Westby Cooperative Creamery. Fresh look, same great taste.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now, for a limited time, get our most value-packed plan ever. Families can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Another day, same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. Discover incredible deals with Hot Buy starting at just $349. Or take advantage of no money down with no interest for 60 months. These President's Day savings won't last long, so don't miss out. Only at Ashley.
All right, we'll have snow here. You can see still on radar. Some of it's not quite reaching the ground, but if you're along on the east of I-94, it's going to be snow. Further southwest towards the river, that's where it gets more of a question mark, freezing drizzle or some snow. This will get out of the area by the morning commute, but still there could be some slick spots in more sheltered areas or less traveled roads. The bigger story tomorrow is going to be the falling temperatures and windy conditions in the afternoon, and it's going to be a cold start to the weekend, but we are going to climb back up Sunday, and then yes, Monday and Tuesday. I think some areas, not all areas, will be probably hitting the 40-degree mark for the first time since probably early January.
Yeah.
Greg,
A welcome sight.
Happy holidays as well. National Weather Person's Day. It's a great day. Keep up the great work.
Happy National
Wonderful
Weather Person's
day.
Day. His favorite day of the year. Everyone send him an email wishing him the best wishes on this Joy's Day. Thanks for joining us at 10.